What's up?
What up?
Let's go.
Number 2 pick, draft. I'm gonna select the kid from North Carolina, Drake May.
To me, I feel like the smart move is trade back, build around Sam.
You like that?
Let me just
You like that?
What up, what up, what up, ladies and gentlemen? You are here at the Football Roundtable. It's me, Mr. Moral Support, and Tom Benton here in the house, Mr. AKA Awesome Artisans. You don't see it over there. So, I'm here with my boy Alex from
What's going on? What's going on? Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Happy for this win. Happy for this win for sure.
All right. Now we got my boy Sean. Down here.
Big dub, baby. Big win. Big win.
All right, so, ladies and gents, we got to talk about some things. So, we got, round table here this week talking about some good, got some bad, but we got a few things to get off our chest, right? So, I know with me, I didn't get to express myself. So, I got to get about some things, right? We still got a horrible defense and a few things. But there's just the spotlight on one young man just keeps on coming, and that's Mr. Forbes Jr. Now, I bring up his name just because he was in a highlight that it literally breaks down his problem. Okay. He is one of the best guys at trying to eye the ball. I love it. I can't stop it from him, but somehow he needs to learn that the quarterbacks already know his speed and they know how to get in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know the path of getting to the receiver rather than trying to get the interception. So I feel that is his falter, that he always is going to try and go for the interception instead of going into the receiver with that same speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that is going to be his falter if he doesn't learn that. So if he can't, it's always this problem with that short slant pass that he's going to have a problem. And then next thing you know, receiver gets 15 yards. It's sad to see that time and time again. Mm-hmm. So with that being my frustration, I need to pass this on. Alex, what do you feel your frustration with my team is?
Yeah, I agree with you, man, with the Forbes thing with the frustration. But I will say throughout the year, it was definitely defense. But this game, defense actually stepped up. Definitely stepped up. But if anything would be frustration would be the celebrations. I think the refs were really trying to, it was the Cardinals refs, I guess. We were there in Arizona, so they was just really hating on us because we were blowing them out, 42 some points. But, the celebrations and then the flag calls, I don't know. Am I upset with the players? Am I upset with the refs? I really don't know in that situation. But
right.
Just how I see it, just score and just don't say nothing. Just keep it moving. But the way we are, man, it's definitely good, the celebrations that we have, man. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, y'all know how many people that celebrate and do crazy things. They don't never get nothing called on them. And I think he just threw the ball in the air and it was a call. I'm frustrated with the refs. On this game. But
I mean, the guy can't even raise his arm before the flag's even thrown out of the ref's, pocket. It's like, really?
Come on, man.
Right.
You knew he was going to celebrate. You can't even what is it, like a Keenan Peele's sketch? Like he's waiting for him to do the the thrust before he
Blinkleberry or whatever. Yeah. He does the third. He does the third one. Yeah.
Right.
So that sucks that we had to get nitpicked at, but we was in Arizona's house. Mm-hmm. They're gonna get us something stupid that we was just like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
To feel, but Sean, I know you got something else to be frustrated at too.
No, man, I'm just frustrated with myself. I was completely wrong. Not afraid to say it. I was wrong from day one on this show. I sat there and said I didn't think they was that good and this and that, and they proved me wrong. Both of y'all was spot on with it, man.
Hey,
It's still early.
was dead
It's still early, but you right
It's
though.
not, though. But
Right.
I sat here and argued last week the whole thing, and I was completely wrong. I got egg on my face, man. I'm
but that is
100% wrong
nothing
on
but a
that.
good
You had your
sign.
opinion, bro. You had your opinion. There's nothing wrong with it. You had your opinion.
No. Well, it's not. It wasn't an opinion. I mean, I watched these games back and all that stuff, and I was like, man, this. I was wrong, 100%, and I'm frustrated about that. I didn't have the hope, the moral support from my team.
I'm glad you're back on the boat, man. I'm glad you're back with us. All right. So with that being said, we've got all our frustrations out. We're gonna have our commercial.
Oh yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. So here we are talking about the new and improved positive end of our Washington football team. So here we are talking about this recap, Cardinals. I'm just
For sure.
I can only nitpick at here. That's all I can do. And we know we can't even try and do that because it's just annoying to do that. But we have to because we're the football roundtable. So we recap our Cardinals. You know, this team they look like they could have been better. Yeah, like their chemistry, that like the Cardinals, they kind of didn't bring their A game. Like maybe they're B minus, if I could say so. Right. But I think the chemistry of our team is improving so much that in film it doesn't show how good we are doing. Mm-hmm. And our zone coverage has improved. It's not A plus, but by golly, you know, we talked about mosquitoes last week. Mm-hmm. Alex, what do you think?
Man, it's definitely excitement to be a Washington fan for sure. I'm super excited. I know y'all are, man, but I mean, just the way we do it each and every week, you know, from week one, y'all saw we were, you could see that it was a little shaky. Then week 2 was a little shaky, but ever since that, you know what I mean? It's just been, we've been on a roll. I think we're the top offense in the league right now. Top three. I definitely top 3. I don't think it's top 5. It's top 3. You put the defense makes a stop, a 3 and out, and we know that the offense is either going to score or make a field goal. I mean, it's just our special teams are playing great. Defense is just all they doing is containing and just holding as much as they can. You know, this week we saw some 3 and outs. You know what I mean? I still think the defense is still suspect on some level. You know, because we can't stop the run very well. Secondary, they played good today, but again, I think the Cardinals are just their offense. They just wasn't clicking. I will say that this was a revenge game for Cliff Kingsbury. Shout out to Cliff. You know, the Cardinals fired that man, and shout out to Cliff, man. He stepped up. He saw Kyle Murray over there, and he was like, you know what? I remember last year when you cussed me out on the sideline on live TV. I'm whooping your ass this week.
That's what he did.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, even the fans was ready to see that, and they was like booing their own team. Washington fans was like, "Yes!"
Right. So I mean, shout out to Cliff, man. He definitely called a great game. Jaden Daniels, I will say he's more poised than ever. I mean, he feels comfortable in this Cliff Kingsbury offense.
Right.
I mean, everything's going well, and I will say the offensive line is playing great. Y'all remember last year how our offensive line was with Sam Howell? They didn't really protect Sam Howell very much.
Correct.
You know, this year we added some guys in free agency, then we get Brandon Coleman, and we look like one of the best offensive line in football so far right now. You know, so man, I'm just impressed. I will say that with Jaden Daniels, this doesn't surprise me. Y'all know me since day one that I thought this guy was going to be a superstar in the making. I will say that it's still the beginning. I think his ceiling is super high. Y'all know my expectations on his ceiling, how far it can go. It ain't there yet, but again, just overall team win was great. Everything. I'm super excited as a Washington fan, and I know y'all are, man. And it's time that we are 3-1. Leading the division, and it's great to say that. You know what I mean? I know Dallas and Eagles and Giants, they upset, they talking, but hey, they can't really say too much because we leading. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
A dub is a dub, and you know, like they say, the scoreboard, you know, is gonna show them that we number one.
Hey, do the James.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing right now.
Right.
You know and you know, just another pointer, like, yeah, that's your dude. JD has really, really improved himself. It's showing so quickly. And we were talking in the chat just how his window of opportunity, right? We look at everybody in film and how they do and how good they are and stuff like that, right? His window of catching or getting the receiver and in that spot is closing because now defenses are going to step up. They're going to see it film, and that's where he got the interception. He's going to understand, okay, I've got to be better on that ball. I know I am. And you can't air out a ball like that far and not expect that. Situation.
Well, Anton, speaking on that, the interception, just look how poised he was on the next drive. Like, I mean, I knew obviously interceptions gonna come. Like, you're never gonna find a quarterback with no interceptions. That's gonna come. That's normal.
Right.
But for him to just come back and all right, I ain't phased by it. You know what I mean? He's so poised, man. It's incredible for him to be that young and be a rookie and to feel like he looks like, I ain't gonna lie, for right now. You know, again, I've told you I want to see us play against a top 5, top 3 defense. But for right now, he looks like a 10-year vet. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He was definitely he laughed it off. Like I'm saying, I'm like, oh, if he's laughing it off, that's scary. Like, because that's what I'm saying. Like he makes himself such a captain by doing that. Like, okay, I knew my mistake. He knew he aired it out as soon as he did. He's like, dang it, I knew it.
Right.
That's like him understanding. Okay, tighten up. Let me get this.
Exactly.
So, during this week, Kingsbury, didn't you give him a chance to sit in that sorrow? He get next play. All right, let me get to Zacchaeus. Let me get to McLaurin. He gave him that point. It's just don't be worried about that pass. Keep playing.
Right.
And like we said, he never let off. So, Sean, I know you ready to talk about this game. Give it to me. What you got?
Well, yeah, no, our offense is great. I mean, they're top 10. They're 7th right now overall. 360 yards a game. So really liking that. And like you said, like Alex said,
we're 7th. I didn't know we're 7th.
Yeah, we're behind.
My bad. I didn't know we're 7th. I thought we were top 3.
Oh, no, I understand that, but we're behind Baltimore, Green Bay, San Francisco, Detroit, Philly, and Houston. I mean, those are all top, offenses, and that might even change because Houston, or I mean, not Houston, but we know Philly lost today.
And Green Bay lost today, didn't they?
Huh?
Green Bay lost.
Yeah, Green Bay lost too, but I mean, both of them, they got some catch up yards and whatnot, so they were able to. What's up, Nate? But yeah, no, man. I mean, the offense looks elite. And this is what we should have done against Arizona. They have the middle of the pack. I think they're 17th ranked defense. You know what I mean? They're middle of the pack. They don't really have much outside of Budda Baker in the secondary. But I mean, to your point, man, the offense just looked just on top of their game. Man. They did. They did. They have the confidence, and I think it starts with Cliff and how he was calling the plays, like you said, Anton, that he's just not. He didn't give Jaden any opportunity to kind of wallow in anything. He just said, all right, what's the next thing? And all the players are gelling on that. And Arizona is, not the best, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Like, we didn't put 42 up on teams before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we haven't done this since 2020. So it really makes me feel good about that. You know what I mean?
Great point. Like, you definitely said it. Like, having that confidence and not slowing down the offense. Like, okay, let's keep him in his confidence level. Like, let's keep building. Like, that's something we've always learned to have the slow pace. We also brought up earlier about our cadence, having him have the no huddle. He had like an extra 15 seconds on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, being said, we're used to the Kirk Cousins long huddle, 20 seconds sitting there getting the play out, and then he's only got 8 seconds to get on the ball. So, like, that always worried me was our time into possession because we weren't using that to let our guys set up. Mm-hmm. So now with that no huddle, I'm like, he's walking up to the next play, like, snap. Okay. They're with that quick huddle, like, they got that next series in 7 minutes just because they were just going on down.
Right through. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Going through that motion, it helps everybody just settle down instead of going through the huddle. All right, we got to do this. We got to go back to the line. They're already going through the paces, getting to the line for the next call. So it makes it easier, and it just looks so fluid. I swear to God, like, that cadence thing that we've always talked about looks so good. So good. Sean, what was our 20 something of 23 receptions? What do we have?
26 of 30. 26 of 30. Only through 3 incomplete passes and the 1 interception.
So that if that's a learning curve for this young man.
Mm-hmm. Only 6 incompletions in the last 2 games. So
with that interception, I feel like that's the learning for him. Because he knows he needs to tighten up. It's nothing like, all right, it's not going to be a dagger in his back that's going to, he's going to hold on forever. He's going to wash it off and be good. So let's move on to our next topic with our subject. We have, a great team that is building, that is doing fantastic with effort, with everything going together. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot we can pick at. There's just really not. Yeah. But we can always look at the good that is showing out, everything that is positive for our team, the distribution of things. Sean, I'm coming to you. You have a player in mind?
That D-line. I really thought they played well. I mean, you guys mentioned it, and you guys were spot on about last time, Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. They're the 2 highest paid D tackles in the league, and they're not playing up to what they're making. And Anton, you and I talked about it off show when that the first half, even the announcers were like, "Look, these are the 2 highest paid guys. They're not doing it." Clearly, they, coach must have heard that and went to them in the locker room and said, "Hey, y'all need to get it together," because clearly, we got guys, Dorrance Armstrong, getting those 2 sacks. So if y'all ain't doing it, we'll just replace y'all. And they both got a sack in the second half. So for me, if we can focus with knowing the holes in our defense, if we can focus on letting the linebackers have the freedom to roam and letting the corners just sit back in coverage, and we can get pressure from that front 4, that I think is going to be a game changer. Kyler didn't have anywhere to go as fast as he was, all those shifty moves and all that stuff, and he was under duress all day long, man. And I think that was such a huge thing for us. And that we kept getting them off the field. When we kept getting them off the field, that gave JD5 and that offense so many more opportunities to then do big things. They were 4 of 11 on 3rd down. So we were make our defense, for all the flaws and everything that you're saying. And I completely agree. Like, I'm not going against what you're saying. I think our defense still has a lot to work on. Right. But holding them under 20 first downs, holding them to 4 and 11 on 3rd. They played above their weight. I think that's what we say. They played above their weight today.
So before I come to you, Alex, now, do you feel that improvement is a lot better than last week.
Mm-hmm. I think what Alex said was spot on. I think he hit the nail on the head, man. And I think he said, the coaches came in there and, they lit a fire under those guys, and everybody is like Alex said last time we talked. Once everybody gets on board with the JD5 thing, then he'll give them the confidence to keep moving. And it showed. It showed. There's nothing I can't argue at all. Like, it showed. Once you get on confidence, once you start believing, they showed up. So
Team shows. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, our D-line improved dramatically. Like, we had such a bad talk about how they weren't going to be good, or how they have to show their weight in order to be better, and they did, because like we started trusting each other. Like, all right, we got to make sure this dude's gonna have a situation. Now, there is a lot of the other part of the defense, Alex, and I'm gonna let you have the floor and wipe them clean. So let me know what you feel.
Yeah, Sean was right about the defense with the D line. I know Sean said something about with Armstrong. Your boy Armstrong definitely stepped up, man, because I was going for Armstrong too. I think he got 2 sacks in this game. So
yes, he did.
Yeah, Sean was. I know when we was on the joint with me, Will and Sean said something about Armstrong, so I do remember that. But yeah, Armstrong definitely stepped up in this game. But I will say, let me know. I think Nathan said something about McNichols, the running back. Yeah, he definitely balled. In the future, when we get Austin Eckler back, I don't know if McNichols is going to be a big factor, but it was good to definitely see him do something. But I like the wide receiver. How you say
Zacchaeus?
McKeis, my bad. I had a phone call coming through. My bad. McKeis balled out for sure. I had Luke McCaffrey on my fantasy. He was on my bench because I wanted to see how Luke would do, and I was like, bro, I got the wrong wide receiver. Like, I should have got Luke McKinnis. He's definitely involved in this offense, man. Looks like Cliff sees a lot out of this guy. In the slot wide receiver, doing more roles for sure. This guy. My bad, I had a call coming through. Yeah, but he's fast, he's quick, man. He is nice, man. I really, really like this guy, man. I didn't know he was going to blow up this much. Do y'all know where he came out of? I don't even know where this guy came out of.
What school he came out of?
What team? I mean, he's not. Is he 20? Do you know, Sean, if he's like? I think he's 27 or 28, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. He came from UVA, and he went to Atlanta for a while, and then last year he was with Philly.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely got a big role in this offense. He's definitely stepping up. I saw a lot of him, man. We just kept throwing it to him, and he was destroying guys. And he's quick, man. He's definitely quick. I really like this man. He reminds me a lot of the other slot guy that we used to have. They used to kick returns, and I can't think of his name. Y'all remember? Steven
Sims.
Sims, yeah. Don't he kind of remind you a little bit of Steven Sims? A little bit. It reminds me a little bit of him. But yeah, man. It's just another weapon for Jaden Daniels, man. I love it. Even Luke McCaffrey, like I said, he caught a nice one. But how you say it? How you say it? My bad.
McKissick.
I'm sorry, I gotta get that way. Yeah, McKissick, man. He looks like he's definitely a good weapon. I don't know how far it will go, but this game, man, he blew up. That was a player that I definitely watched out for.
Right on. Definitely. And I myself, I keep on repeating his name. Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They kept giving him the goddamn ball.
Yeah.
How many times I kept on saying, if you don't give this man the goddamn ball, he will help our offense.
Yeah, he was right on that.
And then now, Sean, here's your word, them yak yards.
Mm-hmm. Yards after catch, absolutely.
Oh boy, they look
nice.
They were getting them. So, one of the stats that you could look at this week is how many people had the ball. Like 7 people caught the ball.
Yep.
If that ain't Kingsbury written all over it, that's a great thing. Seeing our coach being able to share the opportunity to get the ball, everybody getting their own yards. Like I said earlier, like McNichols, if having him have that greatness in him to trust him with the ball, to say, okay, we can give you the ball, you better go get those yards. And he did.
Yeah.
He was not short of that opportunity. And that's where like placement of the next man up was right there. Like the depth of our playing locker room is ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
You know, with our defense doing so much better than our first game. You know, me and Sean were talking earlier about our zone coverage. That right there, like watching that zone coverage of how they could flock to the ball so fast when they saw that ball in the air.
Yeah.
It was outstanding. Now, you know, they still got a little bit of rust in the first half. They had a few, you know, balls they let, but without a doubt, their energy in the second half proved ridiculous. So, Sean, I know you've got some notes to that as well. Being in this game, our offense, what do you think, like, really showed the better opportunity out of it?
I mean, I've always talked about it, and I mean, you can't go much farther than JD5, but I know Alex is gonna cover that. So I'm gonna go running game. You know what? I was a running back in high school, and it's always good when our running back gets over 100 yards. But we only had 3 guys running the ball: Brian Robinson, JD5, and Jeremy McNichols. And we almost ran the ball 40 times for 200 yards on the ground and 4 rushing touchdowns. That's
awesome.
great, man.
Great.
I mean,
awesome.
and we talk about everything we can do and how JD5 is electric and all that stuff. But this is always helpful. It's always helpful when you have a run game and you look at some of the teams in the division. Dallas, they don't have a run game right now, so they're struggling. Giants, they kind of do, so it's taking some pressure off of Daniel Jones. And the only reason Philly is winning games is because Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, yeah, you're right.
With all the injuries, they got at wide receiver. So, I mean, honestly, as long as we can continue to run that ball, like we are top 10 in rush offense. And we're really looking good. And with this O-line that we have, and we all had questions about it, I mean, I'm all about the wide receivers and everybody getting that, and I think that's amazing. But if you look at the JD5 and his stats, it's 233. That's not, you know, we're not talking 400 or 500 yards passing here. He's doing the right things, doing what he needs to do. But the key, I think, is that they're able to run. And this is the 3rd week in a row that we've won the third, or maybe third, because we didn't win the first week, but 3rd week in a row that we won the time of possession. And all 3 of those times that we've won the time of possession, we won the game. So there seems to be a method to what Cliff is doing. Everybody talked about the air raid and all this, but even Cliff said, you know, this isn't the same air raid. This isn't year 5 in Arizona. This is year 1 in Washington. So one of the things that didn't work in Arizona is the fact that you went 4 wide all the time and you didn't run the ball as much. Now, the fact that you can put 3 or 4 wide receivers and still gash them up the middle, it's a huge deal, man. And it's really paying dividends for us.
Yes. And you know, I'll say 2 weeks ago we were talking about our wide receiver squad. I give them an A+ because they are catching almost everything in the air. I love it. Like sticky fingers, everything. They are catching everything in the air. Now, Alex, you still got your boy Zacchaeus. I'm all loving him.
Yeah.
Little man showed up. Your boy Noah Brown.
No doubt. Yeah.
He showed out too. So I'm loving everything and anything that our team is putting together. We're getting so much better on our chemistry. Now, I ask this to you all. Yeah, we can nitpick at a few things. What's one thing you could nitpick at?
I will say I'm loving that we're on the high horse right now, but I do want to slow it up just a little bit. But you know, we just fans, we always excited. But I still want us to see, you know, I'm a nitpick and still say that I still want us to see play against a top that could slow this offense down, because our offense is so hot right now, and it's one of the best in the NFL. I want us to see somebody. A team that will stop this running game, that will stop JD5 and see where JD5's weakness is at, to stop the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. And how can we overcome that? How can we, what I mean? Who can slow this down? Because right now our momentum is high. Our offense is so electric right now.
Right.
I would like to see it just slow down. Some teams slow it down. I don't want that to happen, but it's going to happen. This is the NFL, so it's going to happen.
Might as well start knocking on wood now, try to get. We ain't trying to have that this soon, but
yeah, exactly.
Have a whole free, season of joyness, JD. But
right,
that expectation around that corner,
right. But I will say, in our division though, when it comes to the Giants, we all know how they are. With the Eagles, with Hurts, look like he's not the same Hurts that we know about him. And with Dallas, everybody knows about Dallas. It just in our division, not just the NFL, but just in our division, the sky's the limit for us, man. Because we got an offense, we got a quarterback. We can lead the division.
Right.
Especially we can beat them if anything. You know what I'm saying? But I still like I said, Nick Pick. I definitely want to see us play against a top defense because right now, throughout these weeks, we ain't really played against the top. I think top 5 defense, let alone the top 10. So you know what I mean. I don't think maybe the Giants. Maybe I don't think. I know the Giants are. I thought the Giants defense was pretty good, especially Tampa. But Bengals is not really a top 10, and I don't even think Arizona was. So
I mean, I was upset at the Bengals game. We should have had such a high scoring game. I was ready to explode on that one. But I think coming into the future, you're right. There's not a lot of defenses that we felt pressure against. And I think that learning curve is where we get that with JD.
Right.
Because that learning curve of having a good defense, we spoke earlier about his windows, his wide receiver windows, and how they're going to tighten so much more when the Bills start coming around.
Right.
When we play Baltimore, that window is going to be narrow.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, if he doesn't learn that now,
Yeah. And that's why I can't wait to see. But throughout, it's still early. You know what I'm saying? But throughout, what we've seen is that our offense, we've been in primetime moments. You know what I mean? Obviously, with Monday night, that was big. That was a big time show, and everybody definitely stepped up to the plate. So I would love to see more moments of that because that's going to come around. Yeah. I would love to see more moments of that. I would love to see how we can overcome adversity and just all that. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is just the beginning. I hope I know there's Washington fans out there probably talking Super Bowl and playoffs. I don't want to go that far, because we've been down this road before. I know we all have, but I'm not even going that far. I'm just happy right now we're leading the division. It's good to see that because everybody knows Dallas came at the beginning of the season was like, we them boys. And then Philly was like, oh, y'all, we got Saquon. We about to ball out. And they've been the hottest teams throughout these last few years. And everybody wrote us off because we were really the underdogs. And now, look, the underdogs are on top. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm not saying nothing about playoffs or Super Bowl or none of that. But I will say we are leading the division. We look like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So, like you said, Anton, brush the shoulders off on that because it does feel good. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it feels good right now. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's all I'm trying to say. Friendly talk.
We can't try to all get all hype about this, but we can.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We talk about it a few times. It's that notion. Are we really ghosting in a realm? Man, all this is actually piecing together. Right. It's not like one part of the team is doing good, special teams is doing good. Oh, we're getting pick sixes on this, in this game. The whole team is mashing, and that's one of the greatest feelings any sports fan could probably feel. Period. So, Sean, to you, with the improvement of knowing our team is this good, how do you feel we could probably match up against our one of the best teams like Kansas City or Baltimore? We've got them on our, in the next few weeks. Do you think we could be ready for Baltimore this soon?
I mean, bring them how we're playing. But first and foremost, you gotta listen to these two up here, man.
Let's go.
These two told me, hey, y'all said it from jump. Like, I can't. And what it is y'all broke it down. Y'all said you had the feeling on JD5. That happened. You said, get the ball to these wide receivers. That happened. You said, if we get even a little bit of defensive play, we'll be good. That happened. These are all stuff that y'all put out. Y'all said that. Listen, y'all. Listen to these guys. Like, I mean, we're seeing it. I mean, you can laugh.
I don't know about that part, man.
All gravy, but, like, I mean, I watch all these games. I watch all these shows back. Y'all said that. Y'all said what was going to play out. I disagreed. I was completely wrong. And as far as from how we look now, I mean, who can stop? I mean, that's just, I mean, how we look. I mean, so I don't think that, I don't know. The Chiefs didn't look that good today. You know, I mean, the Ravens are looking really good right now, but, you know, I mean,
are they beating Buffalo? I ain't even really.
It's 21-3.
Oh, shit.
So Derrick Henry, he's already got 2 rushing touchdowns. So
right on. I mean,
that's gonna be a test that we gotta definitely. Yeah, see, I can't wait to see that because I want to see how we can. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like we've got a lot of improvement, and
I
think that you see our fourth quarter pressure, and that's one of the biggest things like we were missing for quite a while because like. With Alex, with Fitzpatrick, with Cousins, all we've done was try to put so many points on the board to get a spread. We've never had like the defense to step up and be like, yes. When Chase Young was here, we were great at finishing the game. But it's been such a building block to do this. Now we have Cleveland next week. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of things to work out because that defense is going to rock our world.
Well, the best defense that we've played against is New York, and that's at like 17, and Cleveland's one above them. So,
hey,
I'm not worried. I mean, you guys put it on, and like Alex said, the Giants were the best defense that we played. You know what I mean? And if we can handle them.
Yeah, we was in the red zone 5 times versus them. I mean, but still, I mean, I feel like we will. Everybody knows we will get a wake up call, and that's something that But again, this is why I'm liking that. This is still the beginning. This is not like year 5 or year 4 in this offense. This is the beginning. So we'll definitely get a wake up call for sure. You know what I mean? This is just like something we're building on.
Coach Kingsbury is going to have a lot of help, with the fact that we have so many weapons, but as well as the fact that next week, because the similarity of how good New York defense is to Cleveland, it's going to be, all right, are they paying attention to film of how bad New York was to how they can improve to our offense? And that's where I say, like, JD's window is going to close real quick on his receivers on how good they are. And by golly, I'm going to say it over and over again. If they get Terry the ball, this man gets so open so easily. All you got to do is trust that man, and he will get you through this game.
Right.
Today, he showed out, got his little cutbacks, and I mean, he was 3 yards in front of his defender every time. I'm like, that's what I said. Like, you just got to get Terry the ball. Just get Terry the ball. Like,
Anton and Sean, I will say that shout out to the coaches for sure because y'all remember Jaden Daniels at the beginning of the first game, the man would run and he wasn't afraid to get hit. This game, I don't know if y'all saw that, man. He was running out of bounds. He slid. He took smart decisions. I'm sure coaches are throwing it at him like, yo, you need to get down. You know what I mean? So, you could definitely see an improvement of that when he does run the ball. He's not going crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to, really do it all. At the last, the first couple of games, he was trying to do it. He was doing too much. Now he's feeling more comfortable. But again, it will come with time. You know what I mean? And that's what it's doing. That's what we're seeing right now at the beginning. That we're seeing the growth of this man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he will eventually. There will be a wake up call, for the whole team. Even the coaches with the play call. It will be a wake up call. But right now, we're on that high horse, and it's good to feel like this, man. As Washington fans, it's definitely exciting. But
I
but,
definitely am. I'm all aboard for how good we are feeling right now.
right, for sure.
I don't want no iceberg.
Right.
Wood.
Right,
We do not have no Titanic. Like
right.
I'm gonna keep on. Not you gonna hear me through every show knocking on wood because how many curses we going through. But you know,
Is there anything that can stop us?
Ourselves. That's really, JD's birthday is going to be really to stop him because, at that point,
Overconfidence.
I'll be helping Kingsbury to go ahead.
I will say, yeah, with Sean's answer, I will say, I will give you that answer once we play a top. I told y'all, I want to see a top 3, top 5 defense. Like you said with Baltimore, right? That's a top defense. Cleveland is a top defense. Again, it's early. Yeah, they lost the Giants, but they're still trying to get their feel on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, definitely.
Like Cleveland.
Cleveland was last year.
Last year.
Yeah. They're still trying to.
We was trash last year, though. That's different.
They got Garrett and
they got Garrett. They got Ward. Ward is one of the. I think Ward is playing lights out this year. I think he's one of the best corners this year. I did see a post of that.
Who's their other in
where on the fan joint, the fan page? The thing about
it was a post somewhere on Facebook where he's he's one of the top corners of this year for right now. It's still early, but yeah, I mean he's playing real good. What's his name? Ward. I can't think of his name. The first name, last name Ward. I can't think of his.
They're top 10 against the pass, but they're top. They're like 17th against the run.
Okay.
Yeah,
but overall, they're still middle of the pack.
Yeah, and they're still trying to gel because I remember last year they were a top defense for sure. I think their offense is not doing very well. I don't know what's going on with that. They don't have Nick Chubbs, and that's a big reason also. But going against them that would definitely be good. But Baltimore is definitely a big one that we definitely need to see that right there. If we shine the way we've been doing on that defense, then yeah, we need to start looking like we are a team.
Did we take anything from what Dallas did to that defense?
Kamara and Ward.
I think with Dallas, I think when it came to that,
just in the Ravens game, I'm talking about just in the Ravens.
Right. I think the Ravens defense they were getting tired. It was a lot of they were getting tired at the end. I don't know if you saw that they were getting real.
Problems, though?
I think in like some of our in games,
I don't know.
I feel like it's going to be on Kingsbury and time of possession. This is where like we're trying to keep the better offenses off the field.
Right.
And if we don't, we faltered in the fact that we let New York have the ball too soon. Had we had more running plays to probably push that time of possession, they probably would have never had such a close game. Now, with that effort, Kingsbury's doing it now where he's putting a lot more run plays, putting those options where they're taking a lot more time off the court or off the clock. And it helps keep whoever their star player is off the field. Now that helps JD have more confidence in his team. It helps him, try and keep his offense on the field longer, more possessions. Like that rewards us knowing that. And, with Cleveland, with Baltimore, it's going to be that. We've got to keep Lamar off the field. Like that's
right. But yeah,
curve down the road.
Right. Even Derrick Henry, because our defense, everybody knows our defense. We're not that good we're not that great at run. So far it's still early, but we're not that good at stopping the run. Yes. You saw what they did versus that. You saw what they did versus Dallas. Michael Park at the beginning. I'm talking about the beginning. Derrick Henry and Lamar, easy. I think it was like 5, maybe 4 plays, drove it down and scored on the first drive of Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like we got to be on our toes, and they were in Dallas, won't they?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I think at the end when Dak was lighting it up, I think their defense, Dallas's defense, was a quick 3 and out. I think Lamar and them they couldn't connect, and then
connect.
Dallas, then Ravens defense was just right back out there tired. You know what I mean? So Dak was just lighting them up. So I mean, you're right. I mean, it could definitely go either way. I mean, Sean, like you said, you're right. Who could stop us right now?
I don't think
we don't know, but
I don't think it
right.
will.
I
Like
mean,
you
the way we're playing right now, you're right.
Well, like you said in the post, we have, like you said in the post, in your post that you put on Facebook that the Eagles and the Cowboys fans are getting mad at. If we got the best quarterback in the division, then we saw Dak couldn't even get him. So
right now, I feel like we do right now. About? For sure. Right now, I think. I mean, do y'all believe that? Do y'all feel like right now we got the best quarterback in our division? I mean, he's playing. I think he's playing better than Daniel Jones, Hurts, and
I mean, I'll say that right now. I think he's number one for the division just because you look at his percentage. Like he's completing every
percentage. Yeah.
It's not. This is the point where stats are official. Like we're not just being a stats man from behind. We're leading in everything and making sure we're putting it in a stamp of holding those stats.
Right.
And we go back, Sean, long time where, we were 21 of 31, after the game was over, but we were down 14 in the first half, and all we were doing
like
was
the first game.
Well, not only that, Sean, you said it also when we was on the show with Janae. You said, does that make me crazy? Like us beating the Bengals, us beating we just beat the Cardinals. Here goes your Browns, like 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I said, does that make me crazy?
No, I know, but you believe that. I mean, that's something like.
No, I said, does that make me crazy? That segment is purely to say those things that are far out there.
Right,
yeah,
but
I didn't believe that was going to happen. No, I didn't. I didn't believe that was going to happen at all. I thought we was going to get stomped by Cincinnati. I mean, I said 45-21. So no. That was why we have that segment on there. So
I got you. Does that make me crazy? Okay,
I shared it just to get at Janae because she laughed. Right. So I was like, I'm gonna share this with you. No, I didn't believe that, but I'll take it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's good that you said. It's good that you said that. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, but I was completely wrong on it though, and that's why I'm saying that's why I'm not. I can't tell you if he's the best quarterback. I mean, if you're looking by the numbers like Anton's saying, you're absolutely right. And from what you've been saying, like I'm not going against your feeling. I'm not going against anything y'all have been saying. Y'all have week after week told me this is what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to come on here and have people that watch us be like, yo, this guy Sean, man, take him off your show. You don't know what the hell he's talking about. Because if you look at this stuff, I'm being honest. If you look at each episode, what I've said has been wrong. So that's why I'm kind of like, I can't argue if he's the best in the division. The way people are playing, I can't argue. I can't say that we're not the best. I can't say any of that. Like. But until otherwise,
not put yourself about the confidence of the team. That just means you have a history of like knowing how bad we are. We've always had this moment of like, okay, we have to second guess really bad how.
Always, we have.
I don't think. For me, it wasn't jumping back in the past. Like I knew we had a whole different team. We got 30 new players on this team since last year, so we're entirely different. But what I just looked at things schematically. I have YouTube TV, so it has DVR. So I've watched each game at least 3 times, with the exception of the one that happened today, and I'll watch that later on. So I'm looking at it by the schemes. I'm looking at it by how they're playing and how X, Y, and Z is happening. So I tried to look at it.
You didn't want to jump on that horse so fast like we did.
No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. From what I was seeing, I literally thought these things have to happen and this has to be X, Y, and Z. I did not see it. I'm not sitting here trying to be facetious and joke and laugh. No, I'm dead serious. I take everything I do on these shows seriously. So when I said that, I stood by that, and I was wrong. I don't like admitting this. I don't like coming on here and I've been doing shows for 7 years. To say that I was wrong about this is not something that I choose to do, but it's not something I'm excited about. But at the same time, I've been coming on here. I've been doing the research, doing the notes, all this stuff. And it's like what I'm seeing and what I said, something ain't right. So I'm humbling myself. I'm sitting back and hoping for the best. I'm excited, man. 3-1.
Hey, I'm just
Respect.
I respect it. I'm glad we can be on a good level with cheering on our team. Like I said, all I can do is just praise our team.
Yep.
That's all I can do is just praise our team. We can't, like I said, in a humbling fashion, we can't really be mad at our team right now. We are doing so good in such a level that it's impossible for us to understand it right now. But it's great that our team is so fluid that there's, but the one interception, it was a learning experience. Next week, he ain't even going to remember that. He's going to try his hardest, live every quarter like it is, and we're going to have a great game next week. I'm telling you. So with that being said, Alex, I thank you. You yourself have been telling us everything that has been doing right for our team. I'm trying to give my facts, what I learned, what I read. Mr. Moral Support over here with my locker room, trying, my somewhat locker room experience, trying to help out and give out these facts. And all I can do is just watch our team play good. Just watch our team play good. We at some point, we're gonna have our own self-destruct, whatever. But I feel so right now, ain't nothing but good.
Yeah, feels good for sure. Yeah.
It's just such a great vibe to just not second guess our team. It feels good to know we can, we have a threat. We're putting 42 points on a team, not letting off that gas. Like we said, that gas pedal was just all the way down, and Kingsbury did it. And that goes to show that Kingsbury is such a coach where he wants to put the threat of how good our team is out there now, period.
Right.
Everybody wants to talk about Washington. Everybody's knowing what Washington is. They know what this kid can do. And all they can do is like, damn, how many weapons are they going to throw at us that we got to worry about now?
Yeah. And I think we all are liking Cliff more. Right now, we're all liking Cliff better than Eric Bieniemy. For sure.
Oh my God. Don't even bring up that name right now. Like I was talking about that earlier with somebody else that when I was at work was just like, man, it feels so weird that EB just didn't have any chemistry, that this didn't work out the way it was. And it's like clear as day how fluid these guys are working with Kingsbury.
Well, it's because Eric Bieniemy didn't run the ball as much. He didn't run the ball as much.
It's 30 new players. It's different. It's a lot of different players.
Yeah, that too.
We didn't have a solid QB. We didn't have solid O-line. We had B-Rob, but we didn't have an Eckler out there. We didn't have confidence.
But
we didn't have a defense. Bro, I mean, look, I'm not.
Me and you was on that. We was on that solid.
No, but even with that, the only reason I believe that you was on that is because how hyped I was for it, man. Like, and I still to this day think Sam Howell could be a quality quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
In the situation that it was this last year, it wasn't going to happen. I think he could do a lot better in Cliff's system and with the team that Cliff has now, but we can't. Hindsight's 2020. You can't look back at that.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that we have an entirely different team, and it's more than just having a whole new team. It's a whole new. Anton, you hit it. You've been hitting it. Confidence. You talked about it for as long as we've been talking football. Is having that confidence not only for us but the players, and you can see it with how excited they're getting and all that. We didn't have any of that last year. And I mean, the whole situation of everything that happened last year was doomed from the start. I mean, it was a regime that was on its way out. It was Eric who's sitting here trying to get personal glory. Eric Bieniemy trying to get personal glory and say it wasn't the Chiefs, it was me. And now you see he's in college right now. We didn't have it. We were all hanging on by a thread. Now we have a team. I mean, everybody's been hitting me up like, "Yo, I'm ready to wear my stuff." Rock out, man. This is dope, and I love that we have that confidence and that belief. You know what I mean? That confidence and that belief it's a new feeling. It's an absolute new feeling, and I love it.
Amen.
Right. You're right.
Gents, we have done a great show. I couldn't say anything else less. I couldn't say anything more. Like, we've hit every point, we've hit every thought, every note, and all we got to do is just watch our team next week against Cleveland and figure out, all right, how we got to do this. How we going to really man up? Even though what you said, they were 1.1 more stage in defense than New York. So even at that point, we still got to have the gas pedal. And I think having that confidence in Kingsbury and knowing how he's able to distinguish JD with the ball and stuff like that is going to help us down the line. And, we've always had that I think we've always not had that confidence in our quarterback and trusting the players. Like, let him lead on the field, letting him have the opportunity to have the time with his players, like read everybody, read the defense, and having that that fast pace of no huddle. Mm-hmm. It just helps that improvement itself. I was so happy seeing that, knowing how fast they are able to see the defense, and the defense was having problems. Like, he's going to have some defensive interference calls watching and doing that. Because there was 2 plays, the ref was sitting there stopping him. He's like, come on, give me a pull. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get this penalty on him. Like, he wants to hike that ball so fucking fast. So, with that being said, I'm waiting. I'm ready for next week for this dub. Now, I'm gonna come to y'all. What do you think our scores are gonna be next week?
Sean, you go first. I'm still thinking.
49-7. I don't trust Cleveland's offense, and I don't think their defense is as good. Yeah. I mean, what's going to be different? What's going to be different? Especially if we get Austin Eckler back. Think about it. We didn't even have Austin Eckler. So
Go ahead.
I mean, hey, you're right. I mean, I had us winning versus Cardinals. I did on the wheel. Will and you, Sean. Yeah, I had us winning. I didn't think we were going to get 40. I did say I don't remember what I said. I think I said 28-23 or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this defense. I'm gonna still be in it. I'm gonna say we score 20. I think this defense might show. I mean, there's got to be a defense that's going to be out there. I mean, you're right. I mean, we're so hot right now. You never know, but I don't know about 40 again. I mean, I'm not down you, Sean. I think it's possible, but I'm gonna say we hit 20 something. So I'm gonna say 28-21. I'll say that. I'll say that. I think we will, because I think Cleveland's offense is still trying to. I think our defense can do what we did versus Arizona. I think because I don't think Deshaun Watson is what he was ever since Houston. Right. I still like Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I just think that they don't have Nick Chubbs unless he is coming back. Maybe Nick Chubbs is coming back. That will probably be a problem. But if they don't have Nick Chubbs, they do got Ford. I think he's okay. But I will say this though, I will say this: we always have a problem with Amari Cooper. Remember that. Yeah. Always. So again,
Dallas, he was a problem.
Now so if this is a loss, it won't shock me. But I see you're right, Sean. Like you said, I mean, with this high-powered offense, and I don't think Cleveland's defense is where it was last year. So I think we can score on them. I could be wrong. It might be a wake-up call, but yeah, I got us winning. The way it's looking right now, I got us winning. So yeah, 28-21. I'll say that.
Okay. Sean, I love you.
Yeah. Sean, if it goes that way though, hey dog, I swear I'll be happy mug though, man. I swear.
Winning road.
You a whole box of Halloween candy if that happens.
No, I mean winning road. I'm here with you. I'm here with you guys.
I love it.
This, so I'm put it out there, man.
I'm sitting here on my high horse. I was literally gonna go 35-21. Just because I was thinking we're in the same boat, we have to get every series going down the field. If we can do it just like we did in New York, again, everything has to be connected. We can't go for these 3 points. Yeah, I feel like just because of this game, Kingsbury might, tone it down just a little bit. as probably trusting the receivers now. This is going to be all right. This is going to be a throwing game just because now we know we got Eckler, we got B-Rob. All right, let's tone that down just a little bit because we know how serious we can beat the ball. Mm-hmm. Now let's trust. All right, what running plays, screen plays, option plays, trick plays that we can do. Like, we're at what point were we going to have a lineman catch the ball for a TD?
That was the first touchdown.
You know first touchdown pass. That's a surprise no one was expecting. But, you know, with the facts of this, we hadn't had a lineman catch the ball since, the Super Bowl? Yeah. So it's been that long. It was, 84, 85 or something like that they've had a lineman catch or get a ball and run for a TD. That was the last time we had a lineman.
I think it might have been a little earlier. You could be right. I swear I thought someone said it was earlier, but you might be right.
So that was like one of the things, like having that surprise from Kingsbury was like, okay. So like with that being said, like, you know, would he ever tone it down? I don't think so, but he'll have a different avenue of how he wants to keep going. Yeah. So that's where he's going to improve himself with his offense with this game. Sure.
I will say that I feel like our team kind of reminds us of a little bit of Houston Texans last year, you know, with CJ Stroud and, you know, that young rookie and, you know what I'm saying, and him making a name for himself and, you know what I mean? And they're still growing. But I think Houston, they had a better defense, you know what I mean? They had a better O-line, you know what I mean? So maybe he has more, maybe CJ Stroud definitely has more pieces. Again, this is still the beginning of us, but just the high horse that we're, you know, the level that we're on of the momentum and everything. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans were like that last year. You know what I mean? So
we're doing better than them this year. We're doing better than them this year. We beat the Jags. They almost lost to the Jags today, and the Jags ain't won a game. So CJ Stroud. I mean,
it's a lot of
last year.
Yeah.
So you know it. I feel like our learning curve is there. We are understanding our team. We are seeing a lot of good things turning into such awesome products. Right. You know, sky's the limit for our team. We can only falter on ourselves. Until we find that team that's going to be our kryptonite, we are only going to do it to ourselves. So, you know, with our scores and stuff like that, I'm ready for Sunday's game. Right, Sunday. Is it 1 a.m.? It's a 1 p.m. game, I think.
Let me see. I believe so.
Yeah. So,
hey, Anton, what's your prediction?
I had 35-20.
Oh yeah, you did say that. I'm sorry, my bad.
35-21.
Yeah.
I think
it's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah. So that's where I feel like because we're gonna have such a good game. Wearing down the defense, Kingsbury's still going to have his weapons. He's going to use every one of them. You know, I feel De'Ami Brown, he might have a chance next week, but he's got to catch the ball. That's it. You know, we need all the points that we can just to show out what our weapons and keep on showing out how many threats we can be to whatever. So, Alex, I thank you. Coming on here from Bro Crew Sports.
Always.
Sean, thank you for giving me the opportunity to lead this in this moment of.
You killed, bro. You're natural. You're natural. I told you that.
You did great.
So I thank you both for letting me take the advantage of hosting the show for you both. Mr. Moral Support, Anton Benton here, leading you with my AKA of Awesome Artisans. You know, just if you ever have a contracting problem, housing problem, you know, contact me. I'm here for quotes, here to talk. 571-386-8578. That's my number. So give me a call. Gentlemen, this is Football Roundtable. I thank you for being here and talking with me today. Sean, see you soon.
Gibbs, you got a good chance. Let me tell you something about some good fans. Back in the day, RFK was our palace. If you don't know, you need to ask about us. Think we're gonna lose? Well, I can't believe you doubt us. Had the whole crowd screaming out, "We want talent." commander. Left hand up, who are we? Burgundy and gold.
What? What? Really?
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's